Today, we are talking EDC tech bag. Pretty much everybody, when they travel in this day and age, has a ton of little tech items that they're bringing with them, whether it's a power brick or cables or
your Kindle or your iPad or your laptop, headphones. It's a lot.
On top of that, being a content creator, someone who takes photos or makes videos, there's a whole other set of gear that is absolutely wild. And I feel like I've gotten my everyday carry tech bag to a really minimal but efficient place. So I wanted to share that. Now, the bag that I'm using is by TomTalk. We're gonna get into that a little bit later, but let's dive inside first. So the first thing you're gonna see is that this bag is a origami style design. And the first thing that I include in my bag that has basically changed the way I operate and create content and travel is this Satechi power brick adapter. It is 4 ports, all USB-C, and it puts out 165 watts of power. So basically that allows me to charge my 16-inch MacBook Pro, my camera, my drone, and the controller all at the same time. And once those are all charged up, I can then switch to my phone or my Apple Watch or my headphones, because pretty much everything has finally been unified as USB-C. So this thing, get one if you don't already have one. It also comes in 200 watts and other companies make some in, I think, 250 watts or something like that. So lots of different variety there. I find this one to be the perfect size to power output ratio, in my opinion. So you're gonna need one power cable to make that work, just something simple like this. And then I carry 2 very slim style USB-C to USB-C cables. These ones are by Logitech. I like them because they're really small, minimal, and compact. And then I carry around a very special cable. So this cable is by Rolling Square, and it is called the InCharge XL. And this one is their small travel size version. It has this little tip protector, and it is magnetized. So it just snaps together. What's really great about this is, even though everything is going to become USB-C, there are still some products that are legacy products that we have laying around that we don't need to replace yet, like USB-A or the Lightning, because my wife still has an iPhone 13, which has the Lightning, but she also has a Kindle that uses micro USB. This Lightning tip is also a micro USB tip. So she can charge her phone and then quickly pull it out and start charging her Kindle, no problems. But the great thing is, when you flip these little tops off, it is a USB-C to USB-C cable. So that gives me a total of 3 USB-C cables for this brick. And what I also discovered is that now that everything is starting to become USB-C, you can actually remove these adapter pieces, and it's just a really beautiful USB-C to USB-C cable. The cable itself is flat and braided, and it is very resilient compared to these other types of plasticky cables. So highly suggest looking into Rolling Square and the types of cables that they have. The next cable that I actually carry around is also another USB-C cable. This one is actually special because it goes with my Samsung T7. As a content creator, you need to have extra storage, and so this thing is sort of my favorite price to speed ratio. They have just put out the new T9, which I'm gonna buy and test, and it is double the speed of this one. So I wanna see if it's worth the extra money. It is also better protected, I believe. But the cable that I use with this is a data transfer cable for the drive, but also an extra USB-C charge cable. So now you have 4 USB-C cables for the 4 ports. The next thing I have in my bag is my Nothing Ear 2s. And I've been using these for a little while. I did a little quick review on them and I love them. Pairs great with my iPhone. I've had 0 problems and they sound fantastic. So nothing more to say about that. I have a review on my channel if you want to know more about them, but I love them. There's also a pocket for lens filters. For me, as a creator, I always carry around a few extra lens filters, sometimes a mist filter. This one here is an ND filter. And with that filter, I carry around a microfiber cloth because you're always gonna need it to clean your lenses or maybe your iPad or your phone or even your glasses, so it's good to have that. One great thing about this TomTalk bag is it actually comes with a memory card holder. So this little super slim memory card holder can hold your SD cards. There's a spot on the top here for micro SDs for your drone. And on the back, it has slots for the compact flash cards, the CF Express Type A and Type B can fit into there. It also has this little loop, and the bag has a little key lash, which I actually have my keys on right now, but you can actually attach this to that and it keeps it nice and stored in there. But I'll show you how I keep this thing stored because there's some pockets in here that hold this really perfectly. My key lash has my key organizer, and the one that I'm using right now is by Orbit Key. I love this because I hate when keys or coins jangle around in my pocket. Look at this. Silent. On my key organizer, I bought the bundle pack that includes their multi-tool V2. And this one is great because it has a little box cutter, a flathead screwdriver, a bottle opener. It has a little ruler guide and a file. So really compact, really nice. I bought their special edition release, which is black on black on the inside and outside. I attached as many Peak Design anchors to my little accessories as possible because I always have them on my bags or my camera straps so I can quickly hook them onto different bags and camera packs really, really fast. On the other side of the pouch, I carry a little Peak Design cuff, and I typically use a Peak Design camera strap, but sometimes when I want to be minimal, I just have this little guy on and I can hook it on quick, or I can attach my keys onto it and it just keeps everything nice and tidy. So those are those things there. This thing is the bane of my existence because right now I'm still using the old MacBook Pro 16-inch and it doesn't have the SD card slot. But I think I'm upgrading my laptop soon, so hopefully I can ditch this stupid thing for good. Now, generally I use my iPhone and the Notes app to jot down ideas or shot lists for my videos, but sometimes, and to be honest, I actually prefer using a notebook because when I jot down my video ideas that come into my head in the spur of the moment, and when I refer back to those ideas, I don't get distracted by all the different apps and all that other crap that's on your phone. So this thing keeps me focused but really organized, and there's a really great pocket for that in this bag. Now, with a notebook, you're gonna need pens. So this TomTalk bag actually has 2 pen loops. The first pen that I use is a really simple Snap Muji pen. It is affordable. You can buy a bunch of them, and if they get lost or run out, no big deal. The great thing is you can actually just replace the refill and keep these little covers. The second pen that I use is this vintage looking pen, and it is by a company called Oto, and the pen is called Raise. Oto, if you don't know, fun fact, is the first company from Japan that actually invented the ball head pen with a steel ball, which is, they've been making pens since forever, hundreds of years. So just a classic vintage pen, and both these pens are no more than $5, so super cheap. And then the last thing that I keep in my bag in sort of these hidden pockets, I don't know if you can see them, but they're hidden elastic pockets. And I use these pockets for things that I want to be for sure secure, because the pockets loop over each other so nothing can fall out of it, because the band snaps the pocket shut so you can't lose anything. And what I keep in that pocket right now is an AirTag, because believe it or not, there's probably a couple $100 worth of tech in this tiny little pouch. So I don't want to lose that. So AirTag. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the bag, but I'm going to reload the bag at the same time. But before I talk about the bag, I wanted to say that TomTalk did send me this bag in full transparency. However, it's not sponsored, and I was not obligated to talk about the bag whatsoever. I have been using it for about 2 months, and I've really been enjoying it. So I figured I would share everything in the bag and the bag itself. Now, the bag is made with a material that is from recycled plastic bottles. It's a really nice textured feel right here. So easy to grip, not very slippery, but water resistant. And then this top lip is nice and smooth. So nothing really gets caught on this area right before the zipper, which is important. So if you're out by the beach or somewhere where there's some more pebbles or rocks or dust, it just kind of slips off rather than getting caught. The bag is equipped with YKK zippers. And so the zippers are extremely smooth. Another important thing is these handles. There's a handle up top here and a handle on this top side here. And you'll see whether you have this bag open or closed, it always stands up. So you can just quickly look at your stuff without the bag falling left or right. And that's super important. I went with this really cool blue color because everything is black and I wanted to be able to find my tech bag easily. And I love these neon yellow accents. It just makes the bag a little more fun. The bag does come in black, however, and the accents on that bag are red. The interior is always gray and that origami style, as I mentioned, and it's really helpful because as you can see, pretty much everything on this table is black. So things just stand out in this bag. So we'll just quickly reload this. I think the bag has about 50 pockets or so, and then a bunch of elastic loops. So in this first pocket, right up here with a little elastic loop securing strap, I put my notebook, but I believe you can also slip a passport if you want in there. So it goes in like that. Exactly on the other side is the loops for your cables. So toss my cables in there really fast. Once the cables are all in, I throw in my Peak Design leash and the SD card reader. In the one side pocket, I'll put my Nothing Ear 2s. Directly across the way, I put in my microfiber cloth. I'll add in my lens filter and my Samsung SSD drive with the USB-C cable so that when I need the drive, it's right there and there's no mistaking where it is. I put the USB power brick right in the big center pocket. The Orbit key organizer goes right into the key lash. The AirTag goes into the little secure pockets with the elastic straps. There's these two tight pockets that are kind of hidden here, and that's where I store my SD card holder that comes with the TomTalk bag, by the way. And then lastly, I'll add my pens in there. Now, as you can see, this thing is pretty jammed, but not full. So you could actually still put more stuff into this bag. Folds up nice with those smooth zippers that I talked about. The zippers actually have really great zipper pulls as well. So as you see, the bag sits standing up, fully closed or open, so you can find all your stuff and it doesn't topple over. And that is pretty much it for this bag. I will link as many things as I can in the description below. Some are going to be affiliate links, some won't be. But if you're considering buying anything and you do use one of my links, that is very much appreciated. It would help out the channel and help me to continue creating content like this for you guys. But if you don't use the links, it's all good. I'm just happy that you're here and that we are having a conversation and sharing this. I love watching these types of videos because if somebody is doing something really useful that I'm not, I'm going to implement it into my workflow. So I hope that this video gave you a little bit of an insight into what I have in my EDC tech bag. Maybe it will help you streamline yours. But if you're doing something or using a bag that you think I would find useful, definitely leave it in the comment below. I would love to chat about it. And thanks to Tom Tuck again for sending this bag over so I could check it out. I'll link it below in case you're interested in it. And that's pretty much it. So don't forget to share, subscribe, like, and as always, live passionately and stay inspired. Bye.